we're going to get anywhere is if you can set it up for yourself and then compare that to how I've done it.
Okay. Right, in the meantime, however, it's all good and we're all going out over the right streams and everything is fine.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I think you are. You appear to be.
Okay, we will take that. So, Wolfie 1, who does have a name but you don't know it. Who... Oh, that's a point, Fish. You can, of course, kick in chips to raise your die roll. If you're desperate for extra actions.
Yeah. Thank you, Robinson. I'm trying to remember what the white chip gets me.
The white chip gets
me an extra die, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, in order to have a decent chance at a second action in any given round, I have basically got to blow a chip around, which is rather more chip expenditure than I can sustain.
Yeah, that is quite expensive.
Okay.
Plus, watch me spend a white chip and then roll a 2 and a 1.
So, Knight fell out and got a bust.
Yeah.
Apparently the wolf needs to be named
bust. That's as good as can be said.
Yeah, you did better than me.
I was one away from going bust.
Did you just get the 1 card?
Yes, I just got the 1 card. I'm only rolling a d12. I'm not going to get 5 or higher on that.
You never know. You might.
This is me we're talking about. The man who has regularly used fate for a reroll in Talisman and got another 1.
Yes.
Right. So, have a look at your card. What is how you have just been dealt.
Yeah.
And I will call out from Ace. King. Queen. Jack. 10. Wolfie goes.
Alas, poor Domino.
You said that last time.
Yes, it'll be right one of these days.
That's the point, actually. Domino probably ought to get involved.
Domino probably gets more actions than me.
Let's just give Domino a quickness check, just on the off chance.
This is where Domino shows us all up and stomps on the wolf.
Well, yes. Have you ever been in the room with an enraged horse?
No, but I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes. Very,
Domino,
very big.
AKA, was it Chankai Check? Something like that.
Yes. Right. So let's go with... card 2. Right. Oh, that's handy. Okay. So we'll stick that up his sleeve. And the wolf is indeed going to attempt to attack Domino. And actually gets... gets a success this time out. But no raises, fortunately.
It's not got to do a lot of damage. It's a wolf. It's going to go for the leg. If it gets 1 wound, that's the end of Domino's days. That is the fate of horses.
Yes, this is true. So I'll give Domino his action. Okay, never mind. Domino takes the card from out his sleeve because I didn't give him his action until late. And unfortunately, it doesn't actually come off. Oopsie. So, yes, that is... I'm just confirming damage. Because I'm not happy about how this worked.
Okay.
Because I have a horrible feeling I've just killed Domino in one go.
Yeah, I think you probably have. It's a wolf. It's what they do. I mean, most
Yes.
likely, actually, you would have crippled Domino in one blow. That's the way wolves normally work. But that is what wolves do. They're kind of known
Yes.
for it. It's the reason why they were wiped out in large parts of Europe.
Yes. Da, 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 da. Right. Oh, it is a roll. Thank God for that. Right, so that is. Oh, bloody hell. 4d6 plus a d4.
Bloody hell.
Yikes.
Does much better damage than my pistol does.
I don't know what damage my pistol does.
Probably 3d6.
Still 2.
Unless you've either got a particularly impressive or a particularly rusty pistol.
No, I just went pistol.
Yeah.
And didn't specify, so.
So that is 3 points of damage. What is how he has done?
That's not possible. What do you mean 3 wounds?
3 wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Because
That's
I thought
how it's
you
figured.
can't roll 3 on 4d6 plus something.
No, but this
Even
game
your
works.
dice won't do that.
No, this game works in wounds, however. And basically I got no raises, so I just got 3 successes.
So, yep, that's me on foot.
Yep.
Then.
Oh, hang on. No, my apologies. No. You are still on foot, but it's rather worse than I thought it was.
God.
It's not done on successes, of course. It's done on totals. So it's the top one was sort of a 5, and then a 4. So that's 9 points. 4? 3. So that is 8 points of damage, 8 wounds.
And
Sorry,
no
8
way,
points
no,
damage.
You've completely forgotten the
I
damage
miss.
system, haven't
No,
you?
shut
There's
up! I'm on
no
the
way
damage. It's okay.
That's 8 wounds.
No, it isn't 8 wounds. It's done on size.
It's total divided by size.
Yes, yes. Which works out to.
It's
2.
a horse. It's got a big size.
Yeah. No, it's only 1. Oh, bloody hell! After all that, he's chomped down his leg for a wound.
Yeah, but that's still enough.
He's lamed, let's put it that way.
He's got a wounded leg. He's going to get shot in the head. This is the fate of horses, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
We know this to
It's
be
not
true.
necessarily broken,
Poor Domino.
which is the definitely shoot him. But he's definitely going to need some TLC if he makes it out of this alive. Right, many apologies for that. So that was on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You have a card.
Oh, yeah, 7, sorry.
So, I was going to say, I haven't checked what it is yet, but you have a card. I know you do. I know.
Well, again, I'm going to have a round of no action, aren't I? Because my horse has just been bit in the leg. I don't think I'm doing anything except try not to hit the ground head first.
Okay.
Hey, I did that.
Yeah. I'm basically trying not to follow Rob's character.
Right. Okay. Do you have any kind of skills that will lead to you not hitting the ground head first?
Do I have
Because
any kind
otherwise-
of skills? I'm currently wondering.
Otherwise, you are looking at a nimbleness check.
Ruh-roh.
I would assume that this is going to come under horse riding, really, because I'm attempting to dismount without dying, aren't I? I would have said that's a horse riding check.
Yeah. You can have that as a horse riding check.
Well, it's that, or I'd do it on about a D3 with a plus 12 to the difficulty number, so...
Roll it.
Ooh. It explodified. So
Excellent.
that's a 10.
Right. So that is a 10, so that is going to be just a 1 because it's a harder difficulty, but that's still a success. So you can slither down off Domino quite handily.
Probably sort of
And,
leap out of the saddle as Domino goes apeshit.
Domino's not gone down, but he is not happy and is starting to froth slightly at the mouth, and the eyes are doing the whole spinny thing. He might bolt. You never know.
Might
Or
bolt.
would they like a huff in the face of the wolf and do us all a favour?
Yeah, bolt, run over the wolf. How good is your luck? Right. So, in that case, that is a quickness check for you two then, and the wolves.
Quickness check, is that me back on initiative?
It is, yes.
Wow. I finally got a decent roll. I get 3 cards
Yay.
this time.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I didn't go bust this time.
Okay.
By your definition, more ones than anything else.
Right. If you got equal number, then we're
She's
I have
Very
4
slightly-
dice, I have 2 ones.
Yeah, she's mean. That's going bust.
It's simultaneously going bust and
Yeah, it
It's-
still
it
has
really
the
is,
effect of whatever your roll worked out at being, but she's going to hit
Yeah.
you with being bust as well because she's mean.
yes. So what did you get for your other 2 dice?
A 4 and a 2.
That is going bust, yeah. That's no successes, and it's all gone horribly wrong.
Again.
Yeah.
1 card and no going bust.
No
One
cards. Right, you are on the floor, and you are staying down there this round because Domino is prancing around. So basically, you're like this, trying to judge your moment to roll out from underneath the hysterical horse,
Oh, love it.
who's wearing a good chunk of your personal wealth on the back, Fish.
Well, had I got any personal wealth, he would be. When you say a good chunk of my personal wealth, what you mean is my saddle.
Yes, that's exactly what I
Yeah.
mean.
Which I forgot to pay for, actually, but I'll have to check how much
Nice.
I need.
So
I've got
probably
$73 left over, so whatever it is, I'll just take it off that, but I forgot to actually
Yeah.
buy the saddle.
I think a saddle's about $15, but I could be wrong. I'm fairly sure they're more expensive than a horse.
They should be more expensive than a horse.
Yeah,
Because
they are quite a lot.
in reality, that was the way it worked. There's a lot made in cowboys and Indian movies about how horse rustling is being crime and gets you hung and all that sort of business, which is relatively true in the getting hung part. But horses really weren't well.
No, they weren't very much treated like
anything,
taxis.
really.
Yeah.
And it was your saddle and gear that was the important part. And so when $25 for a saddle.
Yeah.
So I'll knock $25 off what I've got.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, Knight, while you're cowering on the floor, since you've been down there for 2 rounds now,
I've got a very good look at the floor.
You're getting quite a good look at from this point of view. You're getting the ant side
Oh,
view.
come on. He's only been down there for 1/6 of a first edition AD&D combat round.
He's been down there for a good 10 seconds.
Precisely.
Exactly.
1/6 of a
Yes.
first edition AD&D combat round.
Exactly, yes. Okie dokie. What is your scrutinize?
My scrutinize is... If I knew what skill that came under. Okay, that's
It's the
grand.
first one.
Scrutinize,
under cognition.
okay, so I've got a scrutinize of 2 and my cognition is a d8 die, so 2d8.
Okay, so 2d8. Oh, let me roll that.
Okay. Horses in this
You're
game
all
are
better than
way
I do.
expensive.
Yeah?
Yeah, $150 for the horse.
Whoa. Well, maybe you can make some of that back in steaks when you decide to finish him off.
Yeah, there may be less
There.
rename my new horse going on than I thought.
Well, that's one way to keep you in town, isn't it?
And unless we go to breaking the law occasionally to kind of get you a new horse.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that going down the
I
storm
can't
with the
break the
Texas
law.
Rangers.
I am the law.
Yes.
Have you got a little sort
But
of
I can't do
shield
that
shape?
downward turning mouth thing. It doesn't work.
No, I don't know how Carl
I'm
Urban
not
does
Carl
that. I
Urban, I
really
do not know
don't
how
know.
he did that.
Okay. So, that is calling out from, oh dear, Ace. Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades is going first unless somebody has another ace.
No.
Okay.
I had an ace.
Yep.
I had my one and only ace.
Yep.
I did nothing
Okay.
with it.
Okay, so the wolf is going for Domino again as the biggest chunk of meat. And is getting a success and a raise of that. So he's doing D6. Otherwise known as 5. And a okay. So that is a total of 12 points. Which is yes, that's still only be 1 wound. Horses are big.
Horses are big.
They're not big, but they're big.
They're big enough.
They're big enough. So that is another wound to poor old Domino's leg. Oh dear. Wound effects. 5 points is maimed. The word that needs to be stricken from the human
English
language.
Yes.
The word is maimed.
Injured conveys the point, but maimed.
Yeah. Basically, there are 2 large sets of slashes from the wolf's teeth in Domino's front leg.
Why his front leg?
Because he turned
the
round.
wolf went past on
Yeah.
the first round and then
Yeah.
came back. Yeah, so
Had
yeah,
gone.
front leg.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
It's
Yeah.
Facebook again. Try to come.
And as a result, yes, Domino is basically completely nutsoid.
Great.
And
I'm in a confined
Ace.
space with a wolf and an insane horse.
Yes,
This-
at least
this
you're
can
not
end
on
well.
the floor. At least you're not on the floor.
Where's that?
This is by the way the wounded wolf. Just
There's no
apropos of
wounded
nothing.
wolf, is it?
yeah, it's the one you shot.
Yes. Rather than
Okay.
effective.
Yeah. Okay, so King, Queen, Jack, 10,
Me,
9.
me.
10?
10.
10. Okay, so going on 10.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take a wind up and kick the wolf. Try to get it away from my horse.
Okay. Right. Make me a brawling check, please.
Is there a difference between brawling and fighting?
Oh.
I don't know. I've got fighting.
Fighting then, sorry, my apologies. I think fighting used to be called brawling.
I don't think it did. I think
It
you may be
did.
thinking of a different game.
No, it did. First edition. First to second.
Okay, well I got 5.
Okay, so that's a success. So, I would like you to roll me kicking damage,
Which is...
which is your hand-to-hand damage.
Which
Okay.
is...
Yeah, hang on. So yeah, your strength.
Okay, well, that did nothing.
Bear in mind it's total, it's not...
Yes, I know. It's a total of 4.
Oh.
I don't
Quickly
think that's
check
going to be
size.
enough to get a point of a single
Size
wound.
4.
We're not doing very well here, are we, Fishy?
Size 4.
Hmm.
That is a wound. That isn't
Okay,
a
one wound.
wound.
And I'm trying to remember how I got 2 wounds last time. I can't remember what the actual damage roll was. Did you actually make a note of how much wind it's lost?
Yes,
it's-
I did, and it's
With
taking...
my ability to do wounds, it's going to fall down through wind eventually. It ain't going to be wounds that get that stop.
Yeah.
It's just
So
gonna
yeah,
get
roll a
knackered.
d6. Roll a d6 because it's taking a d6 wind.
It's a d6 wind, is it? I was misremembering. I thought it was the damage roll was wind.
For every
and then-
wound, no, for every wound level, you take a d6 wind.
Right, okay.
You've done 1 wound to it, hence it's doing a d6.
So that's 3 plus whatever I didn't get to roll last time.
Last time you did 2, so roll 2d6. May as well do it instead of having my dice roll.
So that's a total of 10. That's
Okay,
including the 3.
right. So that is... The wolf staggers.
Oh, good.
Stagger is not as impressive as I was hoping for, but it's
No.
better than nothing.
The wolf staggers, puts its head down, and backs up to the door.
It can't back up to the door. The door isn't behind it.
No, sorry, my apologies. You're right. It's going have to go to the side of the stable. It's trying to get away from you, and it's trying to get away from the lunatic Domino, which person on the floor can sympathise with quite heavily.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be its action at the end of the round. And then you both can make me scrutinise checks for listening.
Scrutinize.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually good at scrutinize.
Scrutinise is 2d8,
I
so...
just can't do it very often.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. 2 dice, one of them's a 1.
Well, the better
Okay,
of
your
my
ears
2
are full of
explosions
the
came to
horse.
15.
Bloody hell. Okay, well, Knight is on the floor with his hands clamped over his ears because the horse is really getting to his head because, you know...
So for the
Oh,
purposes of this session, the role of Fishy will be played by Nightbites.
Except on initiative. Well, actually, no, even
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me, says the guy that hasn't had a go yet.
then. Yeah, there's that.
Sorry. Remind me why you like playing Deadlands again.
I'm not sure now. I could remember last week. It's a bit vague right now.
Okay, Fishy, on your scrutinise check, you can hear a noise to your right where the stable hits the building. Hits the main building. And that noise is coming from a door. It's dark. You hadn't noticed it. That noise is a scrabbling. You wouldn't have heard it without the I rolled really well, thank you.
Yeah, I got a 15 or 14, depending on which die you wanted to take,
Yeah.
which are pretty good on a D10.
Yes. But yeah, your target number was pretty bloody good. So, quickness checks, please.
Do I not get my other 2 actions?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I apologise. I'm so used to you getting just the one card.
So the one time that I won't manage to roll better than that, you decided to
Yeah.
rob me of them.
Yes, go for it. Sorry.
Okay, so on 5, there weren't good actions. On 5, I'm going to shoot this damn wolf.
Okay, roll it.
Right. Shooting. I'm good at shooting. I can do that.
Shoot nines.
But I don't have enough D12s, so I will need to re-roll all these.
Firearms damage is interesting and nasty.
Quite
It
right.
wasn't nasty when
Oh,
I
yeah.
shot the wolf last time.
Yeah, I know. I think I may have done it wrong last time.
Okay, so that's coming out as 10.
Okay, so that is a success and a raise. proximity is overwhelming darkness. So that is. You need to know just how big a hole you've made. Yep. So you're using a large caliber. You're using a peacemaker, aren't you?
I'm using a 44, if I remember rightly, because I am using an army Colt.
Ah. Do you
Colt
have the
army
damage
pistol,
noted?
0.44, 3d6 damage.
Okay, roll it. Damage is added together.
Yes, I know.
Yep.
So 12.
Okie dokie. So that's 3 wounds.
On top of the
That
thing
is,
it's starting to look a bit unhappy, I feel.
That is 6. That's 3d6 in wind.
Yep. That's not bad, actually. That's 12 wind as well.
Okay. So the wolf staggers back and collapses, with your bullets staining its front shoulder.
Okay. My final action on 4 is going to be to whirl, and if I can see it coming towards us, shoot the other wolf, which I expect to be coming in the stable behind me.
Okay, you whirl, and oh, how evil am I? I'm not that evil. You've had a shitty combat round. You whirl, and you can, if you wish, make me a cognition check to avoid putting a bullet into the young man that's standing in the doorway.
That's in the wrong place, surely.
No?
I assume you mean door into the station.
Into the building. Yeah.
Well, that's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to put a bullet into him because he's going to be in totally the wrong place if I'm whirling to aim at the stable door.
Oh, sorry, at the stable door. My apologies.
Yeah, the place where I
yes.
expect the wolf to
Yeah,
be. I don't expect the wolf to have come in through the other door and opened this one, turning the handle carefully with his little wolfy paws.
You never know. Did you ever have a session that's just really not going well at all?
Yeah, this one.
Says the guy who's, I say to the guy who's been on the floor hiding for the last 2 rounds.
I'll get a go eventually, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, you whirl and you are pointing at an empty doorway.
Okay, well, I'm fine with empty doorway. I'm good with that.
Okay. So, that doesn't happen because he's unconscious. So, we are on initiatives, please. Please don't go bust again.
Still
Please! We are.
I have definitely not gone bust. 6s explode, don't they, on a d6?
They
Yeah,
all...
maximum roll
Yeah, maximum roll
any
explodes.
die explodes, except damage dice.
Okay, let's re-roll the red one. Gives me an 8 total.
Okay. So...
3 5s and a 6. Went from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yes.
Little bit of
okay.
trivia, by the way, on the exploding dice front on this game. The reason that dice explode in Deadlands, to the best of my knowledge, is that Shane Hensley, who wrote Deadlands, was a huge fan of Torg, in which a roll of 10 or 20 on the d20 explodes and adds.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He, in fact, was involved in writing the new Torg Eternity edition that has just recently been released after a successful Kickstarter, in which I want to run.
Cool. Cool. Right, so, Fishy, what did you get?
I'm just getting my 1 card. I'm back to normal. Everything's back to
Back to 1 card, huh?
Yep. Back to rolling sub 5 on a d12.
Uh-huh. Oh, whoops. To him, Fishy. There you go.
Oh, at least it's a good one.
That's what I best would have got. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. Right, let's see what I got. Seriously? Shit. Okay. Give me a mo. I need to look up what the Joker does.
Oh God. Probably depends what colour it is.
Well, mostly
yeah.
he poisons people. That causes them to die with a big grin on their face.
Right, okay. The red Joker is the good one. Right, okay, that's cool.
Does that mean you got the black Joker, or does that mean you got the red Joker? We'll find out soon enough,
yeah.
I'm
We'll
sure.
find out. So good. So good. Actually, let's find out because there's only one Joker in the deck, I've just remembered. So, the colour of this card will determine whether it's the red or the black. May as well.
It's red.
Red. It was red. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so Joker 10, 9, 8 on 7. There is a raucous howl from directly outside, just round the corner from the stable. It doesn't sound happy.
Oh dear.
And 6, 5, 4.
Yep.
4? Really?
Yes.
Bloody hell! How bad?
I actually got a jack. I didn't actually hear
Oh,
you
sorry.
counting until you got to 6.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Okay, so yes, Jack. Okay. Got the Jack. On the Jack.
Dum 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 dum. I'm going to put it up my sleeve.
Okay.
Got nothing to do at the moment, so a jack up my sleeve sounds useful.
Okay. So. So, down to 4.
Right, is it going to take me 2 actions to stand up and draw a sidearm, or is
No.
that 1 action?
That's 1 action. Because
Okay.
I'm not a total evil bastard.
I'm going to stand up and draw a sidearm.
Okay. Yes, Domino's still having a bit of a turn,
And
but
I'm going
less
to put
so.
my other card, if I can, up my sleeve.
Okay.
Because with no other
Can-
targets up, there's nothing to do.
Right. So, having done that, there is a growling and a snapping outside the stable. And a huge clawed hand appears on the frame of the door.
Nah, he's a big looking fella.
Yes, I've been trying not to think about the furry fella.
And he all but gorilla swings round the post.
Well,
Mate, and it's
With-
going to be an overall check.
oh wacko.
How
Yeah.
does one resist an overall?
Is this guts
what
by
I'm
any
just checking.
chance?
It is. I believe it is. Let me just
Okay,
check.
oh, guts is actually a skill.
Guts is actually
That I
a
don't
skill,
have.
Yeah. In which case it's... I'm trying to remember how they work now. It's something horrible
Yeah.
of spirit. 1 die of...
Hang on.
Isn't it 1 die of your spirit die type with some horrible penalty on top of that?
-4.
-4.
Yikes.
Yes.
1 die -4. I don't
Yeah.
get all of my spirit dice.
No.
No.
You get 1.
Yikes.
Tesso wills. Oh right. Okay. Oh yeah. Overall is resisted by guts. Bluff is resisted by scrutinize, and ridicule is resisted by ridicule.
Well,
Well, I scored a massive 0 on my overall.
let's see. I just need to check what Brave and Nerves of Steel do.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be overawed.
I don't think you're going to be overall.
Especially since
at
I've got
all.
a 10 before getting as far as looking up what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts me up to 12 for the +2 from being brave.
Jesus.
And nerves of steel. Oh, if I fail a guts check and I'm forced to flee, I can choose to stand my ground instead, but will still suffer any other penalties.
Okay.
So,
So you got a 14, yeah?
so no, I got 12,
12.
but I'm allowed to stand my ground if that isn't enough.
He got a 9.
Right, well, I'm going to use the card that's up my sleeve. And as he,
Okay.
having gorilla swung into round the corner, as he
Yeah.
lands, as he
Yep.
puts his feet down inside the stable,
Yep.
I'm going to say, howdy, and I'm going to make a cold shot to his head.
Okay. That wasn't how I expected that to go. Okay. Right. Shit. Hang on a sec. Size, no, still size 6. Oh dear. Right, and this is not unfortunately enough to do that. Okay, so cold shots are tricky, but you've got the rule book, so if you don't mind looking that.
Cold shot to the head is -6.
-6. I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 8. So this we find out what you're for.
Just out of interest, can you remember, or can you look up while I'm doing this, what
Yeah.
quick draw is actually used for? Is it to draw your gun without having to spend an action?
That rings a bell actually, but let me check.
Because I'm still shooting him with the gun in my left hand either way, but if it is, I'd like to try and draw the gun in my right hand gun at the same time. Not actually firing it, just drawing
can
it
draw
while
and using the
shooting
same
the
Just drawing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can draw and using the same action. Target
Yeah.
number is usually fair. If you fail, draw the weapon normally and can't use it that action.
So you guess, quick draw
So
lets you
basically,
draw
if I
and
fail
shoot.
my quick draw, it's the other gun I'm actually going to fire, but I'll
Yeah.
still be thinking too much about drawing this and not firing it.
Yes.
Just don't botch.
Yeah. Really don't. Really.
Okay, so
really
my
don't.
quick draw
Face to face with the werewolf.
is 3d12.
And yes, terror checks will be happening in the Mo. It's all a little bit busy at the moment, and it's really hard to scare you anyway.
Okay, I didn't botch. I got 9, which is enough to draw my
Okay.
right-hand gun, and
Okay.
then let loose with my left-hand gun at the same time as doing that.
Bear in mind
At the
you have chip.
-6 for the quick.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to spend a chip after I've rolled?
You can indeed, I believe, spend white chips at least after you've rolled.
Double check that just in case.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so the player can spend these chips one at a time until he's happy with the result.
Right, okay, so I'll make my 4d12 roll first and then see how it comes out before deciding whether to spend a chip.
Yeah, since you add to your previous rolls, yeah, you add to your existing rolls. Once you've spent a red chip, you can't spend a white.
Okay, I'm
Spend
going to
whites first.
spend. Let's see, red adds to the previous roll, and white
Red?
just gives me another
Yeah.
die, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that was the worst set of dice that I have had yet this game, although at least
Oh,
I didn't go
blood.
bust.
Okay.
So the question is, am I going to spend... I'm going to spend a white chip and
Okay.
roll again. Am I
Yep.
allowed more than one white chip? I'm not, am I?
You can spend as many chips as you
Ah.
want, one at a time, until you're happy with the result.
Right. I'm happy with that white that's just given me. So now I'm going to
Okay.
spend a red
Okay.
to
So
add
you're
to
chucking
that.
a red and a white back into the pot.
Yeah. So, with the -6, that puts me to 12. I wasn't high enough, including the -6, I wasn't high enough to hit without using the red chip.
And they go back into the pool. Right. You have just headshotted a werewolf.
Yep, which is probably immune to normal damage.
I suppose they were silver bullets in there, were they?
Unfortunately
Casually
not.
carries silver bullets.
Does the raise actually do me any good, by the way?
Let me check. Oh, don't give me that.
Because it's 5 for the success, and then I got 12, so that 10 gets me a raise.
It does, yes. Annoyingly. Sorry. It's funny how where it is in this book, because it's almost the same.
Yeah.
But it's not quite. Screw this. Okay. More pain than suffering. Shooting things.
I was wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah. The dice do explode on damage rolls with firearms.
Oh.
I should have done more damage to that wolfie earlier on. I mean, I've taken it out now, so it doesn't matter, but...
Yeah.
I do get 2 extra dice for the headshot.
Oh god, this is going to be nasty. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about raises onto hits, which is weird. It's just more difficult rolls. The better the roll. The rifle spin. Okay.
Shoot and roll.
Yeah, just been straight through that, and I couldn't see any reference to raises. Although I should have been applying a more difficult visibility roll, but that's my failing, not yours, so you may as well have it. Okay, so just roll me normal damage with your additional one for the...
Okay, so just the normal 5.
Sorry, the initial normal damage plus 2 for the headshot,
Yeah,
because I haven't found any.
Woot. Don't think much of those 2 ones there.
Yeah.
However, that's 13 so far, and I've got 1 die still to roll plus 1 that explodes. So that's a total of 18.
A total of 18 damage, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, he's size 6, so that's 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Nice.
Would you like to roll me a d20? And we can find out. Wait, oh no, you called shot to the head.
I
No,
called
you
shot to
don't
the
have
head.
to.
I didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So you've done 3 wounds to his head. Oh dear.
Yep.
That's going to give him a bit of a headache.
Which, if
Yeah.
he takes them, is unfortunately a pathetic 8 wind.
Oh. Okay.
Nevertheless, it might send him cross-eyed for a moment or two.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping for knockback, to be honest. If it knocks him back outside the stable so we can shut the door, it'll be a start.
Have you seen the size of him? He's going to rip the door off.
And plus, it's only one of those half-height doors anyway, so
Yeah.
That's
It's not
true.
actually going to
it's
do
not
a whole lot.
hugely useful. Maybe
it's a
if it
little
knocks
bit
him
like...
backwards, though, we can abandon Domino to his fate and rush back inside the building.
Right. Okay.
This horse is so
Let's give him
screwed.
a strength. Yeah, let's give him a strength check then, and let's find out whether or not he's knocked backwards. He should be. He's taking shitload of penalty on his next action. Let's put it that way.
Well, theoretically,
for
I
God's
can put 4 shots into him on my next action. Because I've now got a double action revolver in each hand.
Yikes!
But
Bang,
I'm
bang,
not
bang,
sure
bang.
how two-fisted shooting works. Whether it just means that I can use an action with each hand, or whether I can fire both guns with one action. I need to be looking that up.
Yeah, it is two-fisted you're looking for. Right. He does indeed stagger back as the bullet nails him between the eyes. Does he take normal wind damage? Right.
Can I cash in my sleeved card and do an action myself now?
You can.
It was another 4.
God.
Can I cast a Soul Blast at this thing?
Oh. You
He's
can
looking at it.
indeed.
We like that.
Yes.
He's looking at it. He's not looking
Yeah.
at me.
He's not. Yes, go for it.
Right. Hex slinging. That's 5 of something.
Half damage for a werewolf. Sorry. No, not soul blast. Normal weapons, half damage on werewolves.
And that comes off
So what, that came in
spirit.
at
So
9 rather than
5d12.
18 then.
Yeah,
So...
one wound. Yeah, one wound for wind.
Okay.
So
Werewolves last.
shall I re-roll 1 die for the wind? 'Cause I only did 1 wound,
No, I'll just
so
halve.
it's only
Yeah.
going to be 1d of wind, isn't it?
I'll just halve it.
No
which
raises,
works out to-
unfortunately.
Works out to 1 wound and 4 wind. Okay, so. Well, it's not exactly like you need it for range, is it?
No, I was hoping for the extra cards.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you're
Because
on.
Soul Blast needs a pair.
Yeah. So.
So I'm only pulling 5 cards, aren't I?
Yep, you are indeed. Standard 5-card hand.
4. No pairs. No Soul Blast.
Oh no, you got nothing.
Queen High.
Worth spending a chip for an extra...
Ooh,
Because you,
yes.
you could roll an extra
You
die on the
can.
hex slinging and maybe get another card.
Yep. Blow a white chip.
I'd still need to get that extra die to be a 12, wouldn't I, for it to work?
Yeah, probably. You could spend your red die and add it to what you've got to whatever you rolled in the first place.
Yeah.
So if I spend my red die,
Yeah.
Your red chip.
I can
Your red chip, yep.
my red chip, I can get an explosion to my 8 effectively.
You
Effectively,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
See as he rolls a 1.
let's
It's easy
make
rolls a
that one
12.
red. So it's the red die that's rolling. That takes me up to 18 on that one.
That's
Look at
rather
me.
more like it, because that, by my
Yeah.
reckoning, is 2 extra cards
Yes.
for 10 and
Let's see what we get for
15.
the extra.
Yeah.
So with 2 extra cards, you've got a better chance of getting your pair.
Yeah.
I do indeed have a pair.
Woohoo!
Bingo.
It's only a pair of 4s, but it's a pair.
It's a pair. The Manitou doesn't care. You hear a prickling in the centre of your skull and it swears at you. But then the one living in your skull goes.
For a moment, a hand of cards appears in my hand.
Yes. Yeah, you're a bit busy to pull out your actual deck, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't do that whole spectral
So-
glowing thing. I love those. I think they're cool.
They're great. Yeah, just one of them. It's see-through. It's
Yeah.
perfect for
That's
the
awesome.
deck.
Yeah, I really like those. I'm gonna have to get myself a set. Okay, so what is your damage?
Damage is just the base damage for this, so it's actually fairly lame, I think. It's less than a handgun, but
But
it'll
it's
be
going
doing
to be
full damage against
full
the
damage.
werewolf, which we like.
Yeah.
so for just a pair, I'm doing 1d6 wind.
Okay.
If I'd have got a pair of jacks, it would have been different, but 1d6
Yeah.
wind.
Okay.
So 6.
Damage rolls explode last time I checked. The wind.
Certainly firearms rolls
7.
explode. I'm not sure about anything else.
Oh,
But,
7. That's a bit. Oh, all right then. So it's taken 7 wind. He is still up and fighting.
Do I get a scrutinize roll or something to spot that?
No,
Not
because
what he's
behind
doing,
you.
but the stream of energy coming past me and hitting the thing that I am aiming my gun at. I
Yeah,
would have
good
thought I
point.
might notice.
Yes.
The
yes.
nearly invisible stream of energy.
Yes.
That's why I said, do I get a scrutinize rather than I've seen that, haven't I?
It's,
From
yes,
the guy
it's
that's
not
also
going to
holding a
be-
gun.
Yeah. Hang on, Mo. Difficulty and target numbers. Give me a sec. Okay, this is going to be a 7 difficulty. Actually, no, screw it. It's dark. It's going to be a 9. But yeah, a 9 scrutinise will fight. We'll spot it.
Okay.
I've always seen Soul Blast kind of like a heat
And-
haze.
Having just had a look at Soul Blast, it does use hit location as normal. So
Oh, does
you
it?
could get the extra dice if he gives
Ah.
it some noggin.
In that case, yeah, roll the d20, please. 9.
Okay. D20. 8.
Okay.
I'm not sure quite how that would work if he's only doing wind, actually.
Yeah.
Because normally
Presume
it's
that only
added to
really
your
takes
damage
effect if
die,
it's-
and
Yeah, it would basically get the. It would
Well-
be the equivalent of extra damage dice of wind.
yeah, I didn't spot it anyway. I
No?
only got a
What'd you get?
6.
Oh. No. It's just, yeah. I think he's probably a wee bit busy.
Yep, probably.
Hit location 8, lower guts. You need to hit the gizzards or the noggin to do the extra damage.
That's fine.
No, you went for centre mass. You got him. You
Yeah.
got
To be
him.
honest, I'm still recovering from having fallen off of a hayloft
Yes. Yeah.
and dodging a horse.
Yes.
I was like,
You-
that's the bad thing. I have it.
Yes. Yes. This is why I've been having a bad day. So yes, the werewolf shakes itself, and you all make pointless checks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Checks.
Oh, I'm making a
One,
quick check.
2, 3, 4. And the 6 will explode. I didn't want to re-roll it, I wanted to colour it.
Do I
So
want
then it
to
was the right
spend
one.
my last chip on not going
6
horribly
explodes.
slowly?
Do the dice re-explode?
Yes, they keep going.
I think they keep going so long as you keep rolling maximum, yeah.
That's an interesting question for a GM to be asked. That's when you know things are going all right.
17.
God, I'll get back to you in the mo. Okay, have
No,
a total.
Robinson, clearly what we've got
4
here is
cards.
a man wearing a furry armoured suit. That's why shooting him in the head didn't do any good.
Ah. So Knight gets 4 cards.
Holy crap.
I put that one back. So, Jesus, a fishy. What did you get? Did you decide to spend a
Oh,
chip?
No, just give me a card.
Just take a card. Just one card. Okay. And the werewolf
Oh,
got.
I should have spent the chip.
Well, yeah, the werewolf is kind of doing rather better than I thought he was. Where's my
So,
d12?
if I'm still alive, I can put 4 slugs into him at the
Yes.
end of this round.
4d12 plus 4. Oh, you're having a frigging laugh.
Oh god.
Okay, well, neither of those two are a success. You need 5, so for fuck's sake. 2 successes. 2, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bastard.
When you say 2 successes, do you mean
Yeah, it's
success
actually
rates?
3 cards. Yeah. Yes.
Because every time you say
So-
2 successes, it worries me. Because
Sorry.
It's a completely
Yeah,
different
I know.
game system.
Yes, I know. Sorry, it's your
And
fault.
to me, every time you say that, I think, is she comparing the individual dice? Not taking the highest one.
No, no. I keep catching myself starting to do that, and then I don't. So, let's see what everyone's got. So, Ace or
Hang on,
Joker.
I need to check my cards.
Yes, I can't look at your cards at the moment. I've got
Wake
to
me up
read-
either at
I've
the
got
end of
to
the
change
round
that.
or when I get my guts ripped out.
Wake me up before
Before
you
I
go.
die.
Wake me up before I go, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Joker or Ace? King.
Yes.
Queen. King.
King.
King L.
Yeah.
Right.
Being
The
fast.
yeah, the guy next to you seems to be moving almost in slow motion. as
Yes.
As you stare
having
into the
drawn
red
his second
eyes.
gun, like greased lightning, he spends the next 4 seconds staring at it, going, "That worked."
yes.
Okay. Sod it. Another soul blast. It's more likely to do damage than me with my lousy gun skill.
Okay.
And
yeah,
given that he's not looking at me, I've got more chance of him not working out exactly what I'm doing. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, guys. 4, 5.
A white chip gets you an extra die,
A white chip gets me an extra die.
as if you had an extra
But yeah,
level of
that's-
spellcasting.
It's extra die in the hope of rolling higher than you have on any of the ones you've got.
Yeah, that's less good. Crap. Okay. No, I'll take that and pray that my 5 cards get me a pair.
Okay.
Okay, at
Draw
least you
them.
only need a pair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously better than that would be good for the extra damage, but
Yeah. I now have Aces High stuck in my head. It could be worse. It could be Ace of Spades.
I've got aces and eights.
Yeah. I did have. She's got the Jack stuck in my head.
There's that one.
Pair of kings.
Pair of Kings.
Better.
If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna not do it particularly well, do it lots.
Which
Right.
that counts as jacks, doesn't it?
It's jacks
does.
or higher. That you
Jacks or
Yeah.
higher, yeah.
So that's not wind. That's real damage,
Yeah, hey.
and that's 3d6.
Roll hit location, please.
So hit location is a
Could
d20.
get
Yes.
the extra 1 or 2 dice for hitting the right.
5.
Lower guts again.
So unfortunately, no.
Centre mass.
No, not well. Yes, he had enough wound damage before to it.
So 3d6. Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
2, 2, 6.
Make that 10.
Does the 6 explode?
Oh, yes, damage dice explode, don't they?
Damage dice explode. Well, for the moment, let's say
Yeah.
damage dice explode. I will look
Yeah.
it up, but for the moment, let's say.
I
because
believe they
we
do.
need every
Everything-
help we can get.
Yeah.
15.
I'm fairly sure they do. 15. So, that is 2 wounds. And that is 2 wounds. To the lower guts. So that's a total of 3. So he's taken 1 to the head and 2 to the lower guts. If you can just get them all in the same place.
I've got 2 shots in the lower guts.
I know, but one didn't do real damage, one just did wind.
Yeah.
So you have wind in his lower guts. Sorry.
I'll give him some Pepto after the fight.
It's charcoal tablets. Okay. So that was King.
Oh, that was 1 king.
Oh, for God's sake, you are joking.
No.
Ah! Excellent. So you're just going... "Ba-doo, ba-doo."
So let's do the same. Let's try the same again, shall we? Now I've got 5 of
Okay.
these. So
By the way, Fish, would you like to make me a now
2,
7 difficulty? Scrutinize. 1 he could get away with undercover. This is getting into two-gun text mode
Yeah.
now.
Right, I got an 11.
9 this time on my scrutinise.
Okay. 11. Okay, so that's
That's an extra card, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an extra card, so 6 cards. Oh,
I have a pair in the first 2 cards.
that's a good start.
Three of a kind.
Oof.
5d8.
Whoa!
Shit the bed.
Hit location, please. If it hits him in the guts again, that's a possibility.
19.
Jesus. Right. 19. Upper guts. Are you just allergic to hitting him in the same place?
I just want to blow a hole through him.
Yeah.
Right, 5d8.
Okay.
Where's the d8? So,
Yeah.
6. 2 is 14. 16.
Oh, that's a point.
21.
Right, would you like to roll me 5d6?
5d6?
Yeah, because you didn't do any wind damage last time. But you take a d6 of wind damage for each die of damage, each
Oh.
point of damage. So
Each
you've
wound
got
is a
5.
D6 win,
Yeah.
basically.
So you've got 5. How much was your total on your dice before for your damage?
That was 21.
Yeah. So that's 3.
So I'm going to be passing out now then.
No, that's on him.
That's
Oh,
he
okay.
takes that, not you.
Right.
Yeah.
So 5d6. So 1,
Yeah.
5, 8, 9, 11 wind.
Okay.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Whether
so
Soul Blast damage aces is very unclear.
yeah, that's what I was. That's why I was
Firearms
going with
do,
it.
melee damage doesn't. Soul Blast
Yeah.
is targeted as if it was a gunshot, but it doesn't say about the damage,
Yeah.
whether that's treated the same way. It
Right.
does say that it does specifically say that it gets the extra damage dice per location, and
Yeah.
it takes armor into account, but it doesn't say whether it aces.
I decided to treat it like firearms,
Yeah, fair
basically,
enough.
because it
Makes
made
that a
more
little bit more
sense.
useful.
It does. Right, the werewolf collapses on the floor,
So I'll play both of those.
and your scrutinise check, Fish.
So this time I spotted
Rico.
the little stream
Yeah.
of ghostly
You
energy
something
that-
caught your attention. Glancing over your shoulder, you saw the tail end of something flicker out of view in your companion's hand.
No, that doesn't make sense. The thing I'm going to spot is the Soul Blast
Yeah,
itself.
interesting.
There's no way
Yep.
I can see. He's behind me. There's no way I can see the cards.
Okay.
That's just not going to work.
Okay.
My attention's on the thing in front of me, but my attention is on the thing that's being hit by a Soul Blast.
Yep. Yeah.
I would have said if I'm going to see anything, I'll see that faint tracery. Which unfortunately
I mean,
I
I
will
was-
not identify because I need to roll 5 or 6 on this one single die of Academia Occult.
Roll it, roll it, roll it.
And not go bust and decide that it was a figment of my imagination, or possibly it was what I actually saw was in fact the smoke from a pistol shot I didn't hear.
Yeah, I mean, that howling's pretty loud. Or maybe it was, he threw one of those fancy throwing irons. The little star things.
Yeah.
Could be one of them. This is, obviously you saw the trace pass through the air.
But what I definitely didn't see, I certainly didn't identify in any way, shape or form that I saw a Soul Blast being fired on.
No, twice in one round.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was King. That was King in front. You weren't mucking around, were you? 2 rounds on the floor and then you stand up and it's all guns blazing.
I got woke up.
Yes. Oh my god. That huckster is like
Apparently
totally
you should
woke.
not wake this guy up.
Yeah.
Really doesn't like to be disturbed.
He's not a
This is
morning
what he's like
person.
when he's hungover, apparently.
Fuck you all. Dang, it's Father Jack.
Like, ass, drink, die.
Okay, so that is. Yeah, Robinson's having kittens in chat. Okay.
Oh, that was ages ago. It hasn't had
Okay.
kittens about this yet.
Fair enough. So that is King, Queen, Jack. Oh, I need to check now. Got me looking. Jack. He's unconscious. There is a loud. Oh, sorry, screw it. Yeah, there is a loud, mournful howl from outside the stable.
Just stay outside the stable.
Yes, it's not coming in. It's not an idiot, but it is howling and howling very loudly. So 10.
Yep.
Yep.
Break open my pistol and make like I'm reloading it.
Okay. I would normally ask for a bluff check, but not a problem. 9, 8, 7. Still unconscious. 6.
I have a 6, but I'd like to sleeve it if I may.
Okay, sleeve it. 5. The door opens into the stable. Well, from the stable to the relay
House?
station. And a very young looking, well, not young, but young man's face pokes out. Everything okay?
That depends what you call okay. I got woke up.
Well, he's going to be treated to me acting on 4. I mean,
Okay.
appeared on 5. Because on 4, I'm just going to step forward and fire both guns point blank range into this thing's head to make sure it stays down.
Okay, just for a second I thought you were going to put both barrels. That'll teach you not to turn up to a session.
Hey, I've got 2 guns. I can shoot one at the guy in the door and one at the well.
Okay.
No, I'm literally just going to step, since it's down and an
Okay.
a static target, I'm just going to step forward,
Yes.
put both guns
Okey
point blank to its
dokey,
head
yeah.
and pull the triggers.
Right. That's going to hit, so roll damage.
That's 5 dice because I'm hitting it in the head.
I need to check raises onto hit rolls with firearms. I have a horrible feeling they may give you an extra die of damage, but I don't want to do that until I'm certain.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
including the 2 aces, but halving for being a normal weapon, that's
Yeah.
10 with the first bullet.
Wow.
Roll hit location. Oh no, you.
Hit.
No,
Head.
it's just straight to the head.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
cold shot.
Yeah. Okay. I've just found out what raises do on an attack roll.
Oh, yeah.
Every raise on an attack roll lets the attacker adjust his hit location by 1 point up or down.
Ah, that makes sense.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm getting shades of Simfant and OB. A Millennium's End, in fact. Okay. So that was 10 points. So that's a wound.
And halving down to 8 on the second shot.
Okay, so that's 3 wounds to the head. And he's already on 0 wind.
So no point in
So
rolling that.
there's no point with that. You hear stentorious breathing still.
At this point, I will, without turning round, just look over my shoulder back at the drunkard with his reloading his gun and the guy poking his head round the door, and just say, "Nothing to see here, folks."
I mean, He's not happy. Maybe just check the wounds here. As far as I can tell, no, because no, he's still alive.
Bloody hell.
I'm just checking how damage actually works. Wound severity. He's on a serious head wound. He's also on a serious upper guts wound. And a heavy lower guts wound.
Jesus, wept.
It's basically everything can take the same number of wounds to each hit location. And
I mean, as days go for a werewolf, he's having a bad one.
oh god, yes, he's having an absolutely horrid one. Poor little bugger's really not having a good day at all. Wounds are only added together when they're taken in the same location.
However, you can
A
bleed
character-
to death.
You can, whether werewolves can though, that's another thing.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, they may regenerate too fast.
A character can't be killed by wounds to the arms or legs. You can lose arms and legs, at which point bleeding to death is a thing.
Yeah. Can't die until you bleed to death or someone plugs you in the head or guts.
Yeah.
Keep plugging him in the head till he stops breathing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bleeding. Bleeding just does wind.
Yeah.
However, you take wounds when you get... So I should roll my damage because you take wounds
You
for
should.
negative wind.
You're right. Negative wind, yeah. So yeah, roll
So
it.
does that mean all those wind dice become wound dice?
So
The additional, yeah.
that was what, three
3.
wounds I
No,
dealt?
it's 2 wounds. 2.
2 wounds that time, was it?
2 wounds. Yeah. You did one with each.
Okay, I'm assuming these don't ace. Nevertheless, that is 11 additional wind.
The roll is open-ended.
Is it?
Wind rolls are open-ended.
This roll is open-ended, you're right. Okay, so 11 so far.
Come on, dice.
12.
Which is 2 wounds.
Does that mean you then get another pair of...
No, it won't be.
No?
Every time a character's negative wind is equal to his starting wind, he takes another wound to the guts.
No, he doesn't take another wound. You need 18s for that.
But he's
I was
on
misreading
what, he's on minus 12. Well, it's total, so he's on minus whatever. If he
Yeah.
was on 0 exactly.
Yes.
Was he on exactly 0?
He,
or did
he
you
was
stop
on
counting
exactly
at that?
0. No, he was on exactly 0.
Right, so yeah, his bleeding then is going to be required to take extra guts wounds.
Yeah.
He's not critically wounded, is he?
He has a critical wound.
He has a critical wound.
He has 2 3 wounds.
That's
Which
serious,
is-
not critical.
Is it serious?
Yeah, 4 is critical.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I
So in
misread
that case, he's
That's
losing
it,
1
he's-
wind per round at the moment
Yeah.
until he takes another wound to the guts.
Yeah.
At which point he will start bleeding at 2 per round.
Round. Yeah.
So it comes down to how quickly can he recover. Because he's got 6 rounds before he takes that wound and bleeds further at the
Yeah.
current time. But currently, despite my putting 2 slugs in his head on top of the one that I shot him with earlier, he is still breathing, isn't he?
Yeah.
This
Let me
thing
just
is
confirm. Let me just confirm.
Do you have a knife?
Would you believe werewolves don't regenerate?
They don't. So just normal healing.
They're just king hard to kill. So he will bleed out. Unless somebody decides to do first aid on this guy.
I can't see that happening.
Which, you know, it could happen.
Seems a little unlikely.
Okay. It is now merely a matter of time. And the wolf howls from the other wolf.
Yeah, he
into
will
distance.
bleed out because he gets natural healing. He gets a bigger roll every 5 days.
Yeah.
I think in 5 days he'll have bled out.
Yeah. Special abilities. He never even got to bite you.
Thankfully.
It's just as well, really. Yeah, werewolves are just incredibly hard to kill.
Yeah, without the soul blasts, he wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone down there because,
No.
I mean, even on a really good hit for really good damage, I was getting 1 wound. So just chipping away really slowly.
Yeah. So, after a few minutes, if you're
Well,
waiting
before-
until he goes.
Before the few minutes, since
Uh-huh.
although he is not yet dead, he's bleeding and unconscious at the moment. So I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to step forward to the stable door.
Uh-huh.
Because there's a wolf howling out there, and I want to be sure
There
it's not
is.
coming in here.
Okay.
That's a very good point.
Okay, you're going to close the door.
Well, first I'm
Against
looking to
the,
see where the
wolf.
damn wolf is.
The wolf is standing off about 20 feet away. You can only see it dimly because it's shiny.
Okay. I will holster my left-hand gun and glance around to see whether there is a stone or something I can pick up and throw at the wolf to see if I can cause it to depart.
Yes, there's
Not
something
wasting
there.
good ammo on it.
Yeah. You can chuck it in that general
Yeah,
direction. It's going to be hard to actually hit it. But
Especially since I don't have the throwing skill.
maybe
But I
the
will
throwing.
Throw it in that direction.
Okay,
I'm guessing throwing is done on nimbleness.
it is.
Sorry, no nimbleness, deftness even.
Sorry, what did I say? I agreed with you there. Didn't mean to.
Yeah. So 1d12
I'm just an
minus 4
agreeer.
for this one. That's a 6. So that's going to be in roughly the right area. It's not necessarily going to hit
Okay.
it, but it's going to be in roughly the right
No,
area.
it is going to be in the vicinity. The wolf turns and vanishes. That vanishes out of your field of view because it is dark.
And,
Not
It's
vanishes in the
lit by
puff of smoke.
starlight.
and now I will put my other gun away.
Yeah. Right.
I shan't be putting my gun away, and I shall turn around and look at the chap that's just stuck his head around the door.
What ho?
Y'all got something like a blanket in there?
I'm really not sure. Have I with your doctor? We've got an injured woman in here.
Do I look
Look like a
like
doctor.
a doctor? I shall
Well-
look back at the gunman for a second.
I think we're going to get on.
Well, not specifically, but she is bleeding quite a lot.
Well, I have a basic medical training. Let's take a look.
Okay. So both the wolf and the werewolf are bleeding out on the floor of the stable.
Yep.
Domino's having a quiet case of the shit fits in the corner, and is now reduced to just standing there shaking.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really have any suitable skills for calming my horse down.
Nobody has animal wrangling, huh?
Nope.
Nope.
I just have horse riding.
Okay.
And I don't think me trying to calm the horse down would be a good idea.
I don't think that's gonna work very well,
No. I think that's an exceptionally bad idea.
I will close the stable door, however.
Uh-huh.
I got some blankets up in the hayloft.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'll come right down. Let me go get
Okay.
the blankets.
Okay. Make it back up to the hayloft.
Without
This time,
falling through
yes.
the thing on the way back out this time.
Yeah. And pull up. Okay. Yeah, you can drop the blankets down and then
Yeah.
follow them just in case you take another header.
Yep.
Well, since there is apparently an injured woman who needs to be attended to, I won't wait for
Yep.
the blankets. But as I'm following in to see to the injured woman, I will say, I might suggest that you put one over that so we don't have to look at it.
Right.
Just don't look that way.
Okay. Right, so you are led into what appears to be some kind of storeroom. There is finally some light, and it actually does hurt your eyes slightly because you've got totally dark adjusted outside. And yes, you can shut the wolves up now, please.
Oh, yeah, no wolves anymore.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the wolf has now buggered off.
All right.
The remaining wolf has now buggered off. Poor Misha. Sorry, Masha. It's Misha's dead. So,
I think actually the wolves are still there on that one, but just quieter. I shall
yeah,
find them and take
that's
them
fair
off
enough.
completely.
Given that there's more people here, I'd have picked up the rest of my stuff that would have been left up there, like my
Yeah.
Bible and...
That makes sense. Yeah, you can bring the rest of your stuff down. That's not a problem. Right. So yes, in this room, which it sort of looks like a storeroom come kitchen, there's a water pump. There are some shelves. There is a lantern stood on one of the shelves, throwing a
We
hello.
appear to have lost Dra.
Chart
No.
appears to have
Oh,
frozen
no,
on
she's
the...
back.
There we go.
No, it's all right.
Welcome back.
You know, my Ethernet card is periodically doing that thing where it's switching itself off.
Ah.
The dongle is doing its job.
So you just lost your Ethernet, but the Wi-Fi picked up.
Yeah, and the Ethernet will be back in the mo. It keeps
Yeah.
turning itself
How
off and then
bizarre.
turning itself. It's a Windows 10 thing. Apparently, it happens. That it comes back is a plus for me because a common one is you need to install a new Ethernet card
Jeez.
because it's a driver thing. Windows 10 apparently just disables your Ethernet on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Some people have it happen with Wi-Fi as well. Frankly, I'm just relieved that I've now found a fix for it. I will put up with a brief dropout
Yeah.
and a comeback without having to piss about with my device manager. Right, so yes, the room is lit by this gold light, and you see sitting on the floor in the doorway a man in a brown suit with his nose splotched across his face. And on the floor of the storeroom, you see a woman in a flouncy yellow and pink dress with bright yellow curls and quite a large patch of blood, pool of blood around her right shoulder. Her face is a slightly odd shade of grey, and she is breathing in pain. So, anybody want to make me a medicine check?
Yes, I shall indeed. I'm
Does
just
the medicine
looking
check
up
require
how this
hands-on to
works.
sort of prod and poke, or can one observe and make a medicine check?
It
You could help.
requires- Yeah, possibly.
I would allow you to make a roll and give him an extra die if you succeeded.
I'll do that.
But, yeah, otherwise, in order for you to actually make the check, yeah, you have to be hands-on.
I'll quite happily assist. I saw medicine here in my skill set. There it is.
Yeah.
And I've got to scroll right down. Okay, it's on a D12. Right.
I'm assuming.
Actually, the way
lightly
this
wounded.
is, the way this would work, actually, is it would be aid another, which is something that lets you give a chip to Fishy.
Mhm.
And there's me with an exploding roll on my
And there's you with an exploding roll, yeah. So yes, my apologies, I got that wrong. If you want to, you can give him a chip. But
At
if
this
you
point,
do,
at this rate, I'm going to push him out of the way and say, look, let me have a go. Because
From the
with
sounds
two
of it, you're
explosions,
probably better at it than me.
I'm currently coming out at 28.
That's way better at it than me.
okay. I take it you're just going to shove him aside.
Yep,
Okay.
I got this.
Yeah, he's
Comes in,
going there
takes
for the
one
battlefield.
look at the attractive young patient and decides, I'll do it.
Yes. The Randy disadvantage kicks in here, and you're going to have to open up her dress a little at the top just to get at the shoulder wound.
Yep. Loosen the pressure.
Yeah.
Definitely need to make sure she can breathe clearly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you need to unlace her dress.
Yep. I'm down.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
Yes.
Now, let me just see. Where was it you was injured? Not there, Doctor.
Okay. So that was. Let's go back the other way. Breech birth. Okay.
I'm not hoping. You said gunshot wound, not.
Yeah. That was yes. So she was suffering from a heavy wound because she's a wuss, and or I could just look up
Jeepers, I was assuming a light wound.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
So
No, she went down
need
like
to explode to do anything about that wound anyway.
I did explode twice.
Yeah. Okay.
Be more careful what you eat in that case.
Okie dokie. You can offer aid to someone up to an hour after injury. You can heal light and heavy wounds. Roll once for each look area. Yep, you rolled well enough. So that's a heavy with a 7 difficulty. Did you say you got 22?
28.
28.
12, 12 and 4.
A couple of raises there.
Yeah. My brain's just going, that's a shitload of races.
I don't think it makes any difference though, does it?
No, not really. Yeah. Real wounds trickier. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could be really nice and say that on a raise on a roll quite that impressive, it'll heal 2 wounds instead of 1.
Yeah.
But
Yes, it normally it knocks it down by a wound level. So it would knock her heavy down to a serious. So down to a light. I'm inclined, however.
I know how to heal this. Bam!
Yeah.
Don't think that was right.
Yeah. Yes, you can heal two wounds on her. Because that's an astonishing roll, and screw the rolls. That was just really cool. Okay, yes. You can indeed, applying the right kind of pressure and, doing such things as the whole opening up a gunpowder cartridge and pouring it on the wound and setting fire to it and, cauterization and the whole bit.
We'll use some of his gunpowder.
Yes, he hasn't used any yet. Sorry. Gosh, all those shots, they were really good.
No, when I said his, I meant the guy who shot her.
Oh, okay.
Why should we waste our ammunition on healing this?
It's fair enough. Yes. The Derringer, little 45 Derringer.
Bloody hell, Derringer did this?
Mm.
Wow.
Big bullet, little gun. Quite close range. Yes, which the young man has taken command of, obviously. Mm. Yes, we'll gloss over what happened in between him shooting her and being on the floor with his nose broken.
While the healing is being done, by the way, I am going to be looking, not aggressively, just flatly at he of the broken nose. Mm-hmm. Because it's a reasonable assumption that this is what happened here, while reloading both my pistols.
He looks despondent and occasionally is mopping up the pool of blood which is dripping down his chin. And he doesn't look happy. He hit her. Pipes up the young man. Well, he shot her.
Who hit him?
Harder than I expected. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
You hit him?
Yes,
That's what happens when you pull him off to NPC.
it is. You do things off camera.
Alright, I think Missy
James,
here is going
James
to
E.
be fine.
Wardenclyffe, actual service.
Good. Go get water.
Joseph Rico.
Or whiskey.
Hello, Mr. Rico, and
So you were on the
Aloysius.
stagecoach?
yes, such as it was. That was a terrible experience.
I wasn't kidding, kid. Water and whiskey. You said you were at my service. Go serve.
We've got water. After rooting around for a little while, he manages to come up with some mugs. And pump some fairly good, actually, cold water.
Excellent. I shall make sure that our wounded lady, if she is conscious, is able to
She
take
is,
sips.
yeah. She's not happy, but she's conscious, and she's looking a lot happier than she was before. If she wasn't conscious before you cauterised the wound, she bloody was afterwards.
I'm going to take the opportunity to go and check on our guest in the stable and see if it's bled out yet.
Okay. Opening the stable door, the door to the stable, sorry.
God, it's gone.
Domino is hunched up against the wall. At his feet is a now clearly dead wolf. The hoof prints on its torso may or may not have anything to do with this fact. And in the doorway leading outside is a young man.
Okay. I'm going to take one of the currently unnamed gentleman's blankets, wrap the young man up in said blanket, and then before anybody else gets a chance to see him, I'm going to drag him outside.
Okay. His head is quite a mess.
Yeah, and see whether I can see any suitable place for concealing a body.
Unfortunately, while that's going on,
Rob
you,
Wolfries. Oh, right.
so I forgot your name already. You got great for the water.
James E.
I still need-
Wardenclyffe.
I still need the whiskey or rum or some kind of spirit. Help cauterize the wound.
I don't drink.
Oh dear God. You, broken nose. Whiskey, rum, anything.
Alcohol is the thief one puts in its mouth to steal away your wits.
Great.
He
okay.
says in
Go
a very,
search the
I suppose you think that's funny kind of way.
both of you. Go search the building. Find me some.
What makes
Well,
you think there'll be any whiskey here?
There might be something. Go. Go.
Right. They both toddle off outside.
Great. I've got some peace.
Shoulders.
Right. Kneel down next to our friend here.
Okay.
Bible in hand. Start chanting a prayer
Yeah.
and casting a hex.
Yes. I was wondering how you were going to do helping hands on that. Right.
Now, I need different dice for this one. God, this game needs weird dice. Helping hands.
Yes. This game needs all the dice.
It does. It really, really does. Okay, I'm on D10s.
Okay.
Just one splody. Come on, one splody. No splody. So I'm just on. Oh God, I'm just on the straight 5 cards.
You do still have 2 white chips.
Yeah, but that just gives me another roll.
It does.
To get a raise, I need an explosion.
Mmm.
The red chip was good because it adds on.
Yeah.
White chips less so, unless I'm in a botch situation. I need to save.
Yeah. The red
Yeah,
chips,
they're very
however,
good
do
for
also
evading
get me a
botches
chip.
if you're exactly on where you want to be.
Yeah.
Just roll that
Yeah.
extra die.
Okay. Let's play cards with a Manitou. I'll take a pair of aces. What does that give me? What does that give me? Okay, if she has a light wound, then I can reduce it 1 level.
Yep.
If she's if her heaviest wound is heavier than a light, then there's nothing I can do with the spell.
No, you brought it down with normal healing, so you can go the rest of the way.
First aid did the job there.
Yep. Your stonking first aid roll.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You can bring that down.
uttering a prayer to God for healing and.
You can hear a grumbling in the back of your skull you're reasonably sure isn't the Almighty.
Maybe not, but it makes a nice cover.
Almighty Lord, by which I mean you, Manatee. Help this poor wretched sinner.
I just think visions of demarcation between the Manitou in his skull and the Manitou he's casting spells with. Where do you think you're going? What do you think you're doing? You've been seeing another Manitou. Not putting up with it. Right, yes, that would indeed. The wound closes the final way and a pink tinge comes back to her cheeks. She's still taking quite a lot of wind damage, but she's basically feeling a shitload better. And she's no longer in any danger of bleeding to death from this wound. Right.
Now I'm hoping the other two come back with a shot of whiskey.
Okay.
Because I don't want to use mine.
Yeah. What's the damage? Wonder where my detail. Apparently it went through a dimensional gateway then. Good couple of seconds to drop. Yeah. Okay. So Warden Cliff has indeed. He has the search skill. So, he has no scrutinize, but he has search. And yes, after several minutes, he comes back without the brown-suited man and with a small, battered silver
back
flask.
Without the brown-suited man, but with a glass of red wine.
I don't drink
And
wine.
Pony Express logo etched into the side of the small battered flask. It's got something in it. It's sloshing.
I'll have a whiff.
Yeah, bourbon of some description.
Thank you kindly, son. And neck it.
Yep, grade A rock gut. Actually not bad.
I've now got 4.
Okay.
I've got an extra hit flask.
Yay. Yes. He's just collecting them. Visions.
And why not?
Just for those times when someone takes my hit flask because they don't want me to drink. I've got spares.
Yeah.
Ching, 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 ching. Yep. Okay. So you can, for the rest of you, and yes, there is a horse trough outside if you want to try and conceal him in there or under there, fish.
No, I don't think a horse trough is going to be good enough. I'm gonna drag him away from the building away.
Yeah. There are some collections of
Looking for
reasonably
rocks or
sized
gullies
rocks,
or-
yeah. No gully without going back out towards the road. And you're now at the darkest before dawn
Yeah, this
sort
will
of
do
stage
for
of
now.
things.
I will
can
head
stash
back
him
and I'll
behind
do
some
the
rocks.
same with the wolf.
Okay.
Too suspicious
So,
otherwise.
okie dokie. So yes.
Then I'll check on my horse and attempt a medicine
Yeah.
roll on its hopefully light wound.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's
roll
heavy,
it.
isn't it? It got bit twice. Was it on the
It
same
got-
leg?
Bit twice. I didn't establish which leg it was. Hang on. Both the legs. Odds it's the same. Evens it isn't. Okay. Evens it isn't. No.
Yeah.
That's got to be a relief.
So I
Yeah.
can make a roll against each of them then.
You can, yeah.
I still need 5s.
It's a light. It's only a light wound on each, though.
Yeah, which is why I need 5s.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went bust on the first one.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm going to spend a chip, my last
Okay.
single solitary chip,
Your last
to try and
single
avoid this
chip.
being a bust.
Okay.
And I got the 5. So with the
Right.
chip, I have successfully patched up that leg.
Right.
If the other leg
that
goes
was
wrong,
lucky.
there's nothing I can do about it. I'm out of chips.
Nope, you're out of chips.
Just as we were just talking about how to
Yeah.
use a white chip to avoid a bust.
Yeah.
However, there we go. I got the 5 on that one as well. So patched up both
Okay.
of Domino's legs.
Yeah.
Made sure that the stable door is closed. And then I head back in
Yeah.
saying, well, I got rid of the bodies of that wolf and the bear.
Bear.
Bear?
Is this bear territory? I
Bear.
don't know.
Well, don't ask me where it came from. Probably escaped from a circus or something.
Have I got any idea what it actually was? Yeah, was it clearly a giant?
Not a bear. It was clearly.
Not a bear. The red glowing eyes were a bit of a giveaway.
You know, wouldn't a cult
It,
roll of some sort?
Yes, indeed.
I may be forced to attempt a very poor overall at this point.
11 is my best.
Right, that's a yes and a raise. Yes, that was definitely not a bear.
Fortunately
That
for me,
was-
hucksters tend not to go around attracting attention to their knowledge
Yeah.
of arcane monsters.
That was a werewolf that was out on a moonless night.
Yeah, that's a bit worrying.
Yeah, that must have been from the circus.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I should look straight at
Yeah.
the guy that said it was a bear. Yeah, it was a bear.
Definitely a
It was
bear.
a bear. Okay, having established the bare necessities of this partnership,
I may not be in Texas, but I'm still doing my job.
yes. And your job is to keep.
My job is to cover this shit up. Yeah.
Yep. So,
I just hope that was the only thing that got loose.
Well, let's
The
just.
Lord help us if there are any more.
so the rest of the night, if you stay inside, will pass quietly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
plan to stay inside.
Joseph will spend a chunk of the night writing in a journal of some kind that he carries. on
Okay.
him.
I remember you said yes. He is a writing sort of
Well,
person.
he's a Texas Ranger.
Yeah, and
he's
they
making notes, particularly on the fact that this thing was out on a moonless night. He's got to make a report about this if he can ever get the opportunity to send this information back to the Rangers.
Yeah. You need to get to a wire station.
No,
Yes.
I need a reliable Pony Express rider, and I don't think I'm going
Yeah.
to find one here.
It was
Looks
interesting.
at the flask I just got.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't finding no Pony Express here.
Yeah, it was interesting when I was looking at the routes, and it was relay stations were frequently abandoned, but just as routes changed,
Yeah.
Riverbeds dried up, rivers flooded, and they just changed, and so whole stations were just abandoned, and that's
Well,
what appealed to
whole
me on this.
towns were abandoned in this
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing in the morning? As Dawn's fickle fingers come creeping over the windowsill and tickle you under the chin.
Picking up my stuff and
Well, now, do you folks have things you need to collect from the stagecoach?
what stagecoach?
You weren't with these gentlemen and
Nope.
lady, were you?
Yes, who
Oh.
are you?
I was attracted to this place because I came across their stricken stagecoach. Now,
Oh.
if you folks have luggage that we need to collect before we head down to Black Dust
Yeah,
Creek?
Black Dust.
Black Dust Creek.
Yeah.
Then we can head back to the stagecoach. Otherwise, we can take a more direct route.
I do have some papers I would like to collect. Rather important. So I'm just reading for Rob Robinson.
I just have what I got with me. Nothing more.
I need my case, says the brown-suited man who basically holed up in the front room.
Well,
and
then,
refuse to talk to the rest of you overnight.
we best head back and see if we can find him for you.
Okay.
I shall,
You-
of course, offer Domino to the young lady, and I shall walk him with her riding him.
Okay.
As we
She
head
hop.
back towards the stagecoach.
Let's just give that a go. One. Okay. She offers the back of her hand to Domino to sniff, and then hops up quite handily.
Okay. As I said,
Astride.
I will have been holding the reins, and I will not hand them to her. I will lead the horse.
Yeah, she's gripping the mane
Just
quite
don't
quite
wish
handily.
to lose my horse quite this soon.
Yeah. She's reasonably competent, Robinson, yes.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Technically, the most powerful character here is actually me, because I am a veteran of
Yeah.
the Weird West, which gave me an extra 15 points to spend
Yes.
working my character.
Yeah.
Um,
she's not
But
powerful, but she
with
is competent at what she
penalties.
does.
Yeah, there are downsides to being a
Yes.
veteran. I've got a quite detailed background written up for him.
Hmm.
Also,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
beginning to feel that this whole marked birth thing isn't as useful as he might have hoped, because no warning about this. Didn't dream this, did I? Oh no!
No. Well, you know how it goes. You don't dream about everything.
Well, as everyone's having breakfast, top of the morning to you.
Yep. Right, so yes, you can make your way back to the stagecoach with its partially unstrapped load. And the businessman will reach in and hoik out a large, heavy briefcase.
Now that I can see it in rather more clearly in daylight,
Yep.
I take it at least one of the wheels is knackered on this stagecoach.
Yeah, what it is the wheel is intact, but the the front axle is smashed.
Right.
Is twisted, basically. It's cracked. And as a
Okay.
result, the left-hand front wheel had come off, which is now leaning up against the side of the stagecoach.
So the marshal's going to have to send some folks out to retrieve this.
I rather think that our driver might have had a bit of a set to, but it was dark, and there were wolves.
So neither of you is the driver.
No. Good God, do I look like a driver?
It's possible he ran into that bear.
Oh, I do hope not. But the horse did scream.
It's probable
See,
he ran
that's
into
the sort of
bear.
thing horses do
Oh.
when they get, when they run into bears.
Yes, this.
So I gather.
Yeah, the coach is set up for 2 horses. There is no sign of either at the wreckage. So, are you following the road, or are you going to try and cut
Well,
cross
I
country?
would say at this point, yeah, we start to follow the road.
Okay.
Very, very slowly, and with an awful lot of complaints, since I very much doubt that anyone is going to help him with his case.
No.
Nope.
No, and Robinson's character is going to be dragging along probably of the lease as well.
The Lord helps those who help themselves. So carry your own damn case.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Missy glances around. I'll come back for my dresses.
Well, like I said, the
Wise
marshal's going to
man.
have to send somebody out to retrieve the coach. They can collect any remaining luggage while they're there. Just take anything valuable that may be in one of your cases. Best bring that with you. Otherwise, I would say leave the rest.
Yeah. So yes, she wanders off and comes back with a small pouch, which she tucks inside her dress, in her bodice, which gets Aloysius's attention again. And then yes, you can set off, rounding a bend, a couple of 100 yards up the road. You come across the carcass of one of the stagecoach horses.
When you say carcass, as in it's been eaten and picked nearly clean?
As in, its throat has been completely ripped out, and there are bite wounds around its lower legs. There is no sign of the coachman.
Well, I shall stop at this point and doff my hat. Well, muttering under my breath a quick prayer for his soul.
I too shall reach my Bible and utter a
Yeah,
rest in
yes.
peace.
Yes, you've got the practice.
Yep.
Okay, and then you can poodle off into town.
May the Lord have mercy on his soul.
And, yeah, an hour or so walking, actually a couple of hours walking, brings you to Black Dust Creek.
Well, we best head straight for the marshal's office.
Okay. You can indeed do that.
Unless there's a sheriff's office in town, but I doubt that.
No, marshal's office. And as you step through the door to the marshal's office, as the
Probably
music
Robinson,
from the
probably.
saloon swells around you, we will leave it there.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we made it to town.
Yep.
It's a bustling town.
Music
It
from the
has-
saloon, you say.
Yeah. Which is... Yep. Close enough.
I only have
Yes.
music from a tavern. It'll have to do.
Yes, you've got a saloon, you've got a saddler, you've got a hardware store, you've got a marshal's office, which is really small and is in between the saloon and the barber's. You've got a feed store, you've got basically the amenities of a western boomtown.
So long as there's a...
You do also have an assayer's office.
Well, we are pretty much going to have to call it a halt there, aren't we? So, are you going
We
to
are.
just call it there so that we begin the next scenario with our arrival at the marshal's office, or are we just going to go through the whole marshal thing as reported speech? That we tell
I
you
will
what our
decide when
plan
I
is?
next run.
Okay.
I will decide next by the time I
Cool.
next run.
The plan at the moment
I
is,
may-
of course, to report what happened to the stagecoach, the location of the stagecoach, that it needs to be
Yeah.
retrieved along with these fine people's luggage. And mention that there was some trouble with wolves. You get a lot of wolves around here. It's all coyotes where I come from.
No.
And an escaped bear or something.
I will tell you this, when you mention wolves, it'll be... We don't have wolves in this town.
I reckon
There's
they
only the
probably-
ones young Alexei owns.
Alexei?
Yeah, he's a performer in some travelling show.
He didn't own a
Decided
bear
to,
as well, did he?
I don't know,
think-
kept himself to himself.
I reckon he must have got himself a bear lately. I think you'll find this is what happened. That he got himself a bear lately to add to his traveling show, and I reckon you'll probably find that it's killed him and broken all the wolves out. It's a shame,
Could
but
be.
that's the way life goes.
Well, we did warn him. He shack out of town, small
Dangerous
shed for his
animals.
wolves.
Should be more
Dangerous
careful.
animals. Yeah. Shame. Seemed like a good kid. Okay. So, yes.